Howdy all, and welcome back to Lives. I think it's time we play a little... a little Minecraft. Alright, so... I took some time... Whoa, that's not the way down. I took a little bit of time here and went out and made some concrete. Oh, I totally don't have that entire row of stairs done. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. I'm gonna have to bring back some stairs, I guess, and do that other side. It won't be right now, though. Let's see. I think I've got enough concrete to finish at least this side. Don't know if I have enough to do the other side. But I do have that side completely done. I figured I got a little gap here, so I might as well, in between things, get some recording done. Put in a extra round of work today, so I been busy most of the day at work, and finally hit that moment where they're like, "Oh, you know what? You're done for the day. See you next week." I'm like, yeah. Let's be done with this stuff. Long time ago, I was reading a book series called The Wheel of Time by Robert Jordan, and huge fan of the series. Until he died, Robert Jordan was my favorite author. And it's probably right around the time he died that I discovered my current favorite author, which is Brandon Sanderson. Well, I'd actually read stuff by Brandon Sanderson before that, but I didn't realize, because I'd only read one book, and it's hard to make someone your favorite author off of just a book. Yeah, I definitely don't have enough to finish this side. I mean, you could. Yeah, I'm not saying that's impossible. I'm just saying that, for me, I like big, huge series. So I might like an author's book a lot, but if it's only a single book and not a huge epic series, it's probably not going to be a favorite for me, just because I like big, epic series, and a book cannot make a big epic series. It can make an epic book, just not an epic book series. And there's a few epic book series I really like. I really like the Dune series by Frank Herbert and his son. And those are really good. And Brandon Sanderson, of course, with what is his series called? Dang, it's called... And I'm out of concrete. His series is called... I know Way of Kings is the first book in his major series. Why can't I think... All I can think of is the Concordance, because the show I've been watching. It's not the Concordance. It's the Cosmere. There we go. His Cosmere series is awesome. It's fantasy, swords and sorcery kind of thing. Very unique systems, though. He is excellent at writing super unique magic systems. I forgot any. Do I have any just gravel that I haven't used yet? I need some stone here to do this next thing, though. Oh, I also need quartz. Yeah, there we go. I need more stairs. Like one of his books is all of this stuff is related together. I think they're all basically except some of the smaller series part of the Cosmere. Um, and so he's got some really fun major. Somehow I got off on authors. What was the deal with the authors? There was a reason I started in my story of authors. Oh, right. Yes. I was starting with a story about something I find annoying. So I'm reading Robert Jordan, and at the time I have a library card. I mean, I probably still have a card, but I doubt that it works at this point. I haven't used it in so long. And so one day, a lot of times when a book comes out in a series, I like to go back and reread the entire series so that I remember everything that happened. Like I keep a general memory of what went down, but I don't necessarily remember everything that happened. And oh look, I got that done up there too. Uh, Now I brought the stone because I wanted to put some stone feet on the bottom of these here. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that as well. And then this has got to come down. This is going to use up a lot of my stone. I'm going to have to go back and get more stone. I might not... One of these is my silk touch. I need to name these things. I think we might do that instead. Okay. I'm also sure this doesn't necessarily go like that. And so, the new book could come out. I'd check out the books from the library. You don't rent books from the library, you borrow them. And so one time, the new book was coming out, and oh, I used the wrong one. And the library was like, they didn't have the book. They didn't have one of the books, and I was like, so you're missing book like 4, but you've got 1 through 3 and 5 and 6, and 7's about to come out because the book series wound up being like 13 books or something. It was probably a little before that, but somewhere in that general area. I'm like, is there any way you can get the book that's missing? And they're like, yeah, we don't do that. And I'm like, what? Well, yeah, that's an older book, and uh, it doesn't get checked out, so we're probably not going to replace it. I was so mad because how am I supposed to read my book series? Now this is way back before like my local library joined any kind of book loan, interbook loan thing. Because now they're connected to a huge network, and any book you want, you can just go in and request it, and they'll have it shipped to the library basically. Um, Honestly though, like our local library does a lot of things besides just check out books. Um, but you'd think that somewhere at some point there would just be an online digital library where you could just check out online from the online library to your digital devices, and they would just have all the books. Period. Um, Although I guess then people wouldn't. I don't know, but anyways, we're getting to my point here. So I'm like, well, I'm gonna have to buy the books myself then, I guess. And so I looked around for the best way to buy a lot of really large, expensive books because book prices have come way down since when I was reading those books. It used to be about $27 or $28 for a book, and now you get them for about what 15 or less most places, and at least where I shop online for books, anyways. And so, so then I discovered Science Fiction Book Club. And, oh, right, this was all blown open by that stupid creeper a couple weeks ago. And so I'm like, ooh, Science Fiction Book Club. Now that sounds like it's right up my alley, right? And so they had a deal. If you join the club, then you can buy 9 books for half price, I think is what the deal was. And or you get like 5 books for $5, maybe was the deal. I don't remember. It's been years. And so I spent a lot of money. A lot of money. How does this work? There's two. No, there's what, one. Just one dirt over on each of these levels is what I'm looking at here. Something like that. There we go. I don't know if that's right, but that at least gets it filled back in. Oh, I want to go see the other side. I don't think I have the stone done on the other side, though, but this is the side that Yeah, I don't have the stone done over here. This is the side that I have all the concrete in place, though. Alright, let's see how that looks. Oh yeah. That is looking pretty good. Now, the next thing I gotta do is I gotta move these support beams out. And this whole side of this road here needs to be lined first. And so I joined the Science Fiction Book Club, and over the years have spent lots of money at the Science Fiction Book Club. And it used to work like this. Every month they would send you a thing and ask you if you wanted their monthly feature selections. And because all these clubs are kind of like a scam, anyways. um, it you know, I probably should have done this part first because I don't think I can reach that now. Well, that was a failure on my end. I guess we'll need let's see. And so if you don't tell them you don't want the book, then they automatically bill you and ship you the book. Books. And so if you fail to check that box saying no, I don't want it, you get books you didn't want, which happened to me a few times. It happens. Either you just forget or you didn't pay attention, you know. And so here, I don't know. It's been a while. A few years ago, they switched to a new system. And the new system is if you every month you have the opportunity to purchase credits instead of them sending you a book. They just charge you $30 and give you 2 credits. And which is fine, whatever, you know. But I haven't bought a book from them since 2013. And because I kind of stopped buying actual books. Or if I do buy a book, I just buy it from Amazon. Because honestly, I do a lot of shopping through Amazon. And, I mean, because the prices are the same or less on Amazon as they are through the book club. And I was only going through the book club because the book club was cheaper than bookstores back then. And, but now the book club is comparable to Amazon, so why? On top of that, the book club does not have a good selection of books anymore. It used to have hundreds of choices of science fiction and fantasy books, and now there's like 30 in each category, maybe. And so there aren't even like a good selection of books. And but somewhere in 2015, I missed one of those month things, and so I had accidentally purchased 2 credits. And so I did just recently order 2 books, 2 years later, finally spend those credits, because I decided I might want to cancel. And, you know, I went on there today to cancel since they said they shipped my 2 books that used my 2 credits I had with them. Would you believe I have to call them to cancel? I hate talking on the phone, which is really weird, but I do hate talking on the phone. I don't know that I can do this from down here, honestly. This is the same thing as the other side. I can't do it. And, so, I have to call them on the phone. They don't have electronic cancel. I hate that. I don't understand in this day and age how you can have everything else be... It's like having your support be a phone number only. I hate that too. Like, I'm sorry, you email me with information, I email you with information, but I can't email you with a support question? What kind of nonsense is that? Why should I have to go on hold and wait for you to finally have someone who can help me? I remember one time my insurance company overcharged me, and everything to do with my insurance company is done online. Everything. Electronic bills. Oh, you stupid thing. I'm playing a balancing act there. I don't have time for your shenanigans, knocking me off the platform I'm on. Um, I can change my type of insurance. I can change the amount of my insurance. I can apply for different insurance. All of it, 100% of it is online. Can't submit a question to billing. Gotta call them. Not only do you have to call them, but I was on hold for like 6 hours the one time I've called them. Because they were double billing me, and I wanted to know if they were aware. Well, it wasn't even just that, but I had switched insurance to a better policy on their site, and they were charging me for the new policy and the old policy, which I had canceled. And I had to call them twice over it because the first time I called them, there was I got billed for the new and the old policy, and I'm like, call them. I wait like 2 or 4 or 5 hours before I finally got someone to talk to, and they're like, "Oh yeah, no, it's don't pay the bill, and that will sort itself out in the next month or so." I'm like, okay. So then I didn't pay that bill, and then I didn't pay the next bill, and then my bill after that wanted me to pay like 4 times the amount I normally pay because I hadn't paid 2 or 3 bills that they told me not to pay. I hate that stuff. I hate it. It's so ridiculous in this day and age with all of our data collection and data parsing abilities that you can't run your business in a way that makes sense. And you know what? If part of your business is online, I should be able to do all of my business online. I shouldn't have to call and be put on hold when I don't have time to be on hold. Just because you don't want people to cancel. That's basically what my book club is doing. I'm guessing they don't want me to cancel, but I'm never going to buy a book from them, so I don't know what the point of me logging into the system once a month and checking boxes, because I've only missed those credits one time in 4 years. So I guess they made $30 off me in 4 years. It seems like a waste of their time and mine at this point. I don't know. Okay, so the next thing I gotta do is I need stairs. What did I do with all my stairs? I also need iron bars, I think. I haven't totally decided what I want to do, but I think I need these too. Isn't that what I did? I may have put the wrong... No, I think it's still okay. I need stairs. I had 18 tons of stairs. Did I just use them all? I may have used them all. Weird. I could have swore I had stairs. I mean, they're cobble stairs, but cobble is not the version. I also could have swore I put way more stone in here to cook up than cooked up. I guess not. Man, I've talked about how oblivious members of my household are on several occasions, and So the kids go out yesterday and they play in the water. And since, the kids played in the water and the people in charge of watching the kids don't care, they stay out there until they're told to come in. The kids come in, and no one turns off the hose. Ever. I'm always having to go out and turn off the hose. I have to shut the doors, I have to turn the lights off, I have to shut the hose off. Otherwise, it doesn't get done. They just don't care. And it's not like if you tell them, they will do it. Like, hey, you need to shut the door. You left the door open. But how many times do I have to tell you left the door open as an adult before you remember to shut the door? Today, my brother-in-law goes outside, leaves the door open when he goes outside, which is not okay, and is in the garage for probably 15 minutes with the door open, which means bugs are coming in. Oh no, did I make buttons again? That happens to me sometimes. And it's a constant thing, always leaving the door open. We had a 4th of July party, and people were going in and out. And it's not just my family. People are going in and out the sliding screen door. I don't know how many times I had to tell them to shut the screen door. You don't just leave the door open. There's a reason we have it closed. What is wrong with you people? Oh yeah, see, I totally did a different system altogether. Dang it. This needs to be the other system. Well, I'll give me back some of that stone I threw away. Yeah, they're driving me crazy with that today. But I'm like, did you guys leave the hose on last night? So this was today. I finally could still hear the hose running. I can hear the hose running. And they're like, no, we didn't use the hose yesterday. I'm like, okay, so you remember when you were outside with the kids and the kids were playing with the hose? Nope, I don't remember that. You remember when your kids came in and they were all wet? Oh, I do remember they came in all wet. Yeah, you were there with them when they were playing in the water. You were there, physically standing next to them. I saw you. Well, I don't remember that. And I'm like, so you guys didn't turn the hose off? No, I'm pretty sure we turned the hose off. I'm like, no, I can hear it running. I can hear it right now. I can hear the water flowing through the pipe. I don't know what you're hearing, but it's not the hose. So I go outside. You know what's on? The hose. It's been on full blast all night, laying in the yard. Again. I don't know why it's so hard to shut off the hose, shut the door. Anyways, he goes out in the garage. I guess I didn't finish that part of the story. He goes in the garage. He comes back out of the garage, and he goes upstairs and just leaves the garage door wide open. And all he did was brought in some water bottles to put on the counter for someone to do when they do the dishes. And I guess what he was doing was cleaning because they are going camping, or they've gone camping at this point. And so he was supposed to be ready to go camping yesterday, day before, which of course turned into I can't do anything because I have to I have to get ready for our camping trip, which actually meant he just sat around and played video games like normal. Um, okay, if I remember correctly, this involves me laying down a lot of blocks so I can connect these together. But so I'll wind up with basically this here, the bottom part of this right here on this side, and then I'm not sure if I want to just run like this up like this repeatedly. I'm not sure if that's exactly what I want. I might just run actual blocks through there and make them thicker cables, or I might do a couple of thicker cables, and then have the thinner ones come down. I'm not sure. I kind of like the idea that there's just going to be these cables. Come on, place it. And I might change the top cable, though, into like a block of stone so I don't get that that connector going up there. All right, let's get this oof. Yeah, that was a little taller than I thought. I'm going to need a block so I can get up there. A little bit like that. That probably wasn't a good idea. Stone. Oh, this is so close that you probably aren't needed. Never mind. I don't need the one on that end. I just need this one here. No, come on. I hate... You guys, get out of here. I am trying to work. You're not helping me. I'm trying to get done because I'm at my time limit. I want to see what this looks like with the cables on there, decide if I like the cables or not. I think I do. I'm pretty sure I do. I just need the zombies and the skeletons to leave me alone for a couple minutes. Oop, dang it. It's a good thing I ate that chicken. I walked right off the edge of that. Man, I got another story for you. So 2 weeks ago, my Tuesday night D&D group didn't meet because it was the 4th of July. Understandable. Holiday, I wasn't going to be able to make it. You know, makes sense that people aren't going to make it. They're spending time with their families. This week we didn't get to play again because one of the guys' sister was having a baby. That one I'm a little less okay with. I can understand if it was like her first baby, or if you were the father, but you know, I just don't see myself driving across the state to be with my sister while she has a baby. I mean, it's okay. You know, that it's not like I can force people to. You know, I'm not. That's not what I mean. I'm not going to force anybody to do something they don't want to do. You know, and so if he feels that's more important, then that's what he should do. It's not that big a deal. I'm just saying that for me, I wouldn't have done it. But he's not me, and so, you know, he's got to do his own thing. However, our DM, come on. Our DM claimed last week, oh, this is off center. Oh, I don't like that. That's a problem. You're a problem too. Get out of here. Our DM claimed last week to have too much work to do to be able to play. Which, once again, is perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. You know, I'm probably going to do a central connector now here, because I'm not going to like this cable not being centered. I kind of wish there were more cables. I might put more cables in. I think if I do a central like pillar in the middle of this and then run more cables, I think this will look really good. Oh, come on, guys. Isn't it late enough yet for you to leave me alone for 2 seconds so I can look at this? Oh, yeah. I really like the way that looks. Look at that. That's awesome. So if I count these out, I think these are 3 apart. So if I do a pillar in the middle so that is right in the middle, a 2 wide pillar. And then maybe I'll take these supports out here and I'll run a different arrangement of the supports, so every other block I can have a wire going up there. I think I like that. Anyway, so our DM is like, I can't make it because I got work. And then proceeded to talk with me online while not working for almost 3 hours on the night he said he was too busy with work to play D&D. On top of that, he's never ready when we go to play. And we wind up spending like 20 minutes to an hour waiting for him to get stuff prepared for us to play, which includes maps, which is stuff that he has a week to get ready if he wants to be DM. And then he tells me this week he's actually been playing D&D with another group of people running the same exact thing we are on a different day. And how much fun they've been having. And I'm like, dude, this was your idea. If you don't want to do it, then we don't have to do it, and I could get my Tuesday night back. People. All right, with that, click like, subscribe, share, and catch the next one. I will talk to you later.